guys, so welcome back. I'm Makeup Deborah Hannigan, and in today's video I'm doing a come get ready with me video. It's my first come get ready with me, so if you would like to see this look right here and how I created it, please keep on watching. Okay, so first things first is I start with my foundation. Sometimes I start with my eyes, sometimes I start with my foundation, just depends on the mood. And I'm going to take the MDH9 brush. Now, I did use this yesterday, so there is a bit of foundation on it, but don't be freaking out. That's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. And in today's video, I'm going to be using the Laura Mercier Flawless Lumiere Radiant Perfection Foundation. Blah, 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 blah. And also, I'm going to be using the Urban Decay All Nighter. This is in the shade Buff, and this is in the shade 0.5. And I'm going to mix these two together to absolutely have a flawless base. So yeah, so I actually forgot to bring my like wee mirror that I normally squirt the things on, but I'm just going to use the back of this palette. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pumps of that and 5 pumps of this. So yeah, and I just do strokes in a downward motion. I just feel like that's better, and then I dab like that just to get it really flawless. Now I know that this is not the right color for me, but I am going to be applying tan, so this is normally the colors that I use, and then I add my tan afterwards. It's just a wee instant tan that I'm going to be using today, so that's why I'm just kind of like doing my makeup beforehand. So yeah, and then I'm going to go ahead with this concealer, which is the Laura Mercier Flawless Fusion, and I'm not being sponsored. I just absolutely love her stuff. This is in the shade N1, and what I do is I just literally go in from the inner tear duct and just kind of like run down the side of the nose, kind of like on the nose, and then just pull it right out. So yeah, and I just take it down the center of the nose, above the lip, and a little dot on the chin, and then I take some just on the forehead here, just above the brow. And if you feel like your brightness isn't as bright as you want it, just go ahead and do the same again. That's what I do anyway, to get it nice and bright. Or you can use a whiter shade, and that'll also help as well. I just take the excess product in and dab it along the jawline. There is the sun coming out, which is always a good sign. Okay, to set my face, I'm going to use the Laura Mercier translucent powder. This is one of my favorite powders to use. I really, really like this. It's so finely milled, and it's so lovely to put on. So I just put it out in the wee pot like that, and then I get this wee brush here, which is MDH6, and I just bake underneath the eyes. So, and I actually go down the sides of the nose as well when I'm doing this. I actually don't like contouring my nose too much because, well, one, I can never do it properly. I shouldn't be really saying that, but I have like, it's not that I have a funny shaped nose, I find it very hard to contour. I can contour other people's noses before I can even do my own, which is kind of weird. When I'm leaving that to bake, I go on to my brows. So for my brows, I'm going to use the Illamasqua Thunder Brow Cake. Which I like a powder sometimes. Just brush up. Now I have like the worst eyebrows. Like I so overplucked them when I was younger. Oh, why did I do that? Before I move on to that, I'm actually going to do my forehead as well. Sometimes I just like to bake my forehead as well. So yeah, just kind of like in the center like that. Just lightly bake and not too overload it with product. So yeah, so for my brow, as you can see, like I have so much hair missing from each side and here, and also they're just tragic, to be honest. I take my brush and I'm just gonna start about here, like I'm close, start about here, and like just draw a line right the way over, and then start about here and follow in that same kind of shape, just to kind of outline it before I actually fill it in. So that's how I do my brows. And listen, if it's not how you like your brows, or you don't like my brows, then please keep your opinions to yourself, because I am aware that social media and people just like to say nasty shit basically, but we're not about that here. So if you have anything nasty to say, please keep it to yourself. Thank you very much. Because someone actually said I look dead in one of my videos, and I was like, you obviously didn't watch my video, because obviously one, it wasn't the shade of foundation that I wanted to actually buy. When I got home, it was a lot lighter, but like, anyway, I just deleted the comment because I was like, no, I'm not gonna even go there with this person. I was like, how dare you? But anyway, yeah, so if you have anything nasty to say, don't say it to me. So you can see kind of like now the outline that I did, and then I just fill it in. So that's what I'm gonna do now. I'm just gonna fill her in. Now for this part here, I squeeze my brush. I squeeze it so it's so fine, like that. And I dip it into my product. And I squeeze it again. Sometimes I wet it, sometimes I don't. And then I'm just going to come up close because I turn the brush upside down and I start to like draw on like wee fine hairs at the front, because I just think it gives it more natural effect. Now you have to be very careful because sometimes I balls this up, and I'm aware that I balls this up and I have like wonky looking eyebrows, but hey, I'll damn try for this video. So once I have the brows filled in, I'm going to take this wee Gimme Brow. It's from Benefit, and it's like a wee chocolatey kind of brow gel. So I just lightly go over it then, just slightly, just to lift the hairs up a wee bit so it's more like natural looking. Okay, so I can go ahead now and dust off the powder. And what I do then is I just get another wee bit of powder and just lightly go over the rest of the face. So yeah, that's how I do my, like, not everyday routine, because I do not do this every day. But if I'm just going out for dinner, or if I'm going up to my mum's for dinner, this is my kind of like routine that I do. I think too, when you bake, it gives it more flawless complexion. So for my base today, I'm going to be using the P. Louise base in the shade 2, and I just carve out underneath my brows. I just put it in the back of my hand and work my brush into the product, and then I just literally make it carve out the brow. And once I do one eye, I always get a wee flat brush then. So this is the MDH2, and I just buff it in. I know people use beauty blenders and stuff like that, but I just find it like a wee brush so handy and so quick. Once that there is buffed in, it gives it time to kind of dry in while you do the other eye, so then you can start in this eye with the shadows. That's what I do anyway. I am just out of the shower, and that's why my hair is so frizzy. So now I'm going to move on to eyeshadows, and I'm going to be using the Be Perfect Clientele palette by Ja and Be Perfect. This is actually my favourite palette. That's my go-to. As you can see, there is a lot of pan reached here. And do you know what I wish? I wish they would do single eyeshadows, because there's a lot of these eyeshadows that I would like to buy again without having to buy the whole palette, but I will probably have to buy the whole palette again. So now I'm just going to take a big fluffy brush, and I think today I'm going to go for like, maybe like Sweet As blush, kind of like Sweet As. So these two shades here, these kind of colors, that color blush. And I'm just going to start at the outer portion and work my way in. Leave some comments as well, guys, and let me know what you would like to see. This is the type of shape that I normally go for in my everyday looks, is kind of like a rounded, because my eye is such a funny shape. But if you can afford to do mad eyes every time, then you do you. This is just how I get ready for like a dinner. Okay, so I'm going to go in now with the Sweet As colour, and I'm just taking it to the outer portion and just here like this. Bringing it in slightly like that. Not even really taking that up, it's kind of like going on the lid, do you see that? So there, just kind of like a wee circular motion. I just like love soft eyeshadow looks these days, and I don't know why, I really do. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a flat brush, and I'm going to take one of my favourite colours from the palette, which is Pink Rose. It's this shade here. As you can see, it's one of my favourites. And I'm just going to pop that on the lid. So this is easy. Come get ready with me. The next night I'm going out though, I will do a YouTube video on that, so you can see the difference in my nighttime makeup. You could wear this out anyway. It's a gorgeous colour. Pink Rose, and I love the name. Like I said, I remember saying in my last video that I love anything with rose, so yeah, I do love that. Okay, so now I'm going to take the shade Glow Up, which is this like white, kind of very sheen goldy kind of color, and I'm going to pop that in the inner corners. So just pop. It is so pretty, guys. You can see the difference. So nice. And I'm also going to bring that underneath the brow bone. So just like here. I don't go in here the whole way over. I just kind of like, just where that arches, and just kind of, just right there. I'm very bad at explaining things, but yeah, just right there. So for my eyeliner today, I'm going to be using the Anastasia Beverly Hills liquid liner, which is this one here. This is one that I really love and I use a lot. In the beginning, I wasn't quite sure about it, but the brush is very good and it's very precise. So yeah, I'm just going to make a wee thin line now. Whenever I'm not doing like a flick on my eyeliner, I like to then take like a wee fluffy blending brush or a wee small brush of some sort and get the black eyeshadow, which is just black from the Carnival palette. It's not even the Carnival palette, it's the Clientele palette. And I just go to the outer corner and just kind of like press over it. It gives a more smudged effect, but not too smudged, like, but just kind of like blends it in, so it's not just like a line, if you know what I mean. And that's what I like to do with my liner, especially when she's not flicked out. So you can see the difference here. The faces that I pull, what is that about? Okay, so I applied my lashes and now I'm going to go in with the shade Blush from the, I keep going to say Carnival palette, why am I doing that? It's not the, it's the Clientele palette. Clientele, perfect palette. So yeah, I'm just gonna do my underneath now. Oh god, I'm sticking. There we go. And now I'm gonna go in with the shade Soy Daz, which is that real pinky color. And I'm gonna go in with the black, just for the outer portion. So kind of like right here, just to make it a wee bit more defined. So I'm just taking this wee like flat brush just to get right in on the lash line. Okay, now that I've got that done, I'm going to go on to my contour. And what I'm doing today is I'm doing like a powder contour. So this is Give Me Sun by MAC. So what I do is I just go like that. And when I'm doing circular motions, I don't like go like this. I kind of tend to sweep upward. Do the forehead as well. So I do the like 3, 1, 2, 3 motion. I do like do the jawline as well underneath. I just think it makes it look more snatched. Okay, for blush today, I'm going to be using, you're going to laugh at me, I'm using 3 blushers. So I'm using, they're all by MAC. I'm using, let me see what this one is. I've got Peaches. I'm using Fiery Precious, I think it's called, Extra Dimension blush. It's kind of like a shimmery one. And I'm also using, oh god, I can't see that. Dainty, I think it's called. So yeah, I'm going to start off with Peaches first, which is the kind of like lovely peachy kind of colored one. And I'm going to take a brush. I'm just going to pat that on the apple of the cheek. So kind of like just there, and I pat it on. And the other side. So that gives the kind of peachy undertone that I'm looking for. And then I'm going to go in with the, I think it's called Dainty, I can't really see it. It's this like pinky one. And it does have like a slight kind of sheen to it. And I'm just going to go for the top of that. I actually like to bring it up, right up. Most people just say do the apples of the cheek, but I just like a little colour in my face. That just gives like a wee pinky dimension. And then this one here is so pretty. It's like, you can see that it's really shimmery, it's lovely. And then I just like dot that on the apples of the cheek, just to give it kind of like a wee bit of a glow. Can you see that? I like don't even have a ring light here, so yeah, it can be quite dark in here. My highlighter today is one from Makeup Studio, and it is called Champagne Halo, which is this one here. It's so pretty, and it's so delicious, especially for like a bride or if you're just having a night out. But what I do for my highlighter during the day is I don't really, there's no specific point where I like it, but I do like it. You see where the eyeshadow ends? Just right in there, like that, and bring it down slightly just onto the, like the cheekbone area, and then the temples. And that is where I pop my highlighter, and sometimes I just give it a wee whirl up there as well. But yeah, you can see that it's so pretty, and it's very buildable. So like if you want it more sheer or you want that more pop, then you can achieve it with this highlighter. For my liner today, I'm going to be using the Peaches and Creams Feline liner. I got it like a box of their liners, and they're so creamy and so nice and very affordable as well. My lipstick, I'm going to use Creme de Nude by MAC, and I just apply that kind of like in the center of where the eyeliner, what? Where the lip liner is. So it's like a creamy nudie color. It's really nice. And what I do with my liner and my lipstick is I go back and forth and make sure everything's like blended in. So like if you've went over the liner slightly, you just come back and just kind of like blend it in together. So for my gloss today, I'm using the Jeffree Star. What is this one? This one is, God, imagine that brightness. I think it's Sorority. I am not sure. I can't even see it. It looked more pink, but when you put it on, it's kind of like a bluish tinge. But I may use her up because I don't know what I make of it yet. But it is quite nice actually over the lipstick. It is nice gloss over the lipstick, but yeah, that blue tinge, I'm just not like 100% sure about it. So guys, this is the finished look. I hope you enjoyed my video, the come get ready with me video today. And please don't forget to like, subscribe, tell your friends, and follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat. What else am I on? TikTok. I'll leave all the links down below. And thank you so much again for watching. It really means a lot to me. So yeah, peace out.